G'day folks, this clip originally was supposed to be for supporters, but I thought I'd make it public just to let you know what I'm up to because I haven't posted for a while. Also too, just to let you folks know, we are nowhere near the fires that are ravaging the south coast of New South Wales and northern Victoria. We're about 1,000 miles or a couple of days drive north in Queensland. Australia is actually rather a large country, almost as big as the United States of America. So we are safe where we are. We have got fires all through New South Wales, Queensland. I think there's fires in pretty much every state. But as for safety wise, we're fine where we are here. For anyone who is looking to support the reconstruction effort and support the rural fire brigades, most of them who are volunteers by the way, I will pop links down in the description of this clip, so check them out if you're interested in helping out. And also just to let you know, I will be posting a clip in the next week or so looking at the aquaponics build downstairs. Once it's up and running, we have water moving through it. But until then, there'll be no clips to the channel, having a bit of a break and catching up on stuff I need to do around here. So without any more nattering on, I'll let you guys enjoy the clip that I shot a little bit earlier. Cheers folks. How's it going, supporters? It's the day after I finished cleaning the bed, and I wanted to leave it overnight just so you could see the layer of muck that is sitting on the base. So what I'm going to try and do without stirring up the water too much, oh no, I can't do it, but there you go. The water's going to end up all cloudy again, but that's the sort of muck that's on the base of this bed here. All fish waste that made it through the filter, plus there'll be worm castings in there and just dead bacteria as well, all sorts of bits and pieces. So all this stuff here isn't going to waste though. I've got my little hose attachment here. I'm just going to put on the end of the drainage pipe. It comes out from the bell housing, and I've got a valve on the end there, and I'm going to fill up watering cans after I stir this up. Get all those solids suspended and go and feed a couple of plants around the patch. So obviously there was a lot of roots in the clay, and I really didn't want to leave them in the clay to dry out and to become dust and a pain in the butt in the next bed they're being used in. So as I was sieving all that muck off the walls, I collected as many roots as I could, and on the first day I just threw them down there. A few may have hit the fence, and then yesterday I decided to collect the rest just to see how much was in there. Definitely a lot of organic matter there. So I think it is a good idea just to get them out so they don't, create too much of a hassle down the line. I also think they would have clogged up the pipe work and the hose work when I was filling up the watering can with this muck later on. So I think it was a good idea to move them out. Oh, by the way, any worms that were found were popped just under the mango tree down there, just in the leaf litter. I figured that was the best place to pop them. The clay itself is over here in a wicking bed lined with some insect netting. I just figured it was the best place to dry it out. It's going to take a while. I'm going to have to turn it a bit. But yeah, hopefully that will dry out over the next day or two, and I can pop it into some containers and pop it out of the way. I might even use it in the next bed yet. We'll just wait and see, because I do have some other clay in storage at the moment. I need to move this little racking system for the palings and set up another IBC just there. I'm just going to use this cage out the back there, set that up very similar, and pop in the next 2 beds worth of media. So originally I was planning today on taking out this grow bed and the cage and everything and setting it up over there, but then I realised I'd have to put a new sump in because all the water needs to drain back from these grow beds. So what I think I have to do is clean out these grow beds before I remove the sump. Mainly because that whole cage is part of the sump tank. If I pulled that out and put in just a plastic shell, because I'm using the cage to dry the clay, yeah, the IBC would just collapse on itself. So I think I have to clean all these beds out before we move further. So the plan was to hook into this one this morning, but I left it a little bit too late. I got into answering some more questions from the Christmas period and doing the shop stuff, so that's going to wait. Main reason is it's going to hit 35 degrees here today, or I think that's around about 95 Fahrenheit, and I'd rather take cuttings and transplant stuff either early tomorrow morning or later this evening when things cool down. So to begin with, I'll start cleaning out this bed. Might put some more shade cloth over the top first because it's a bit warm, but yeah, I'll clean out the brahmi bed. I'll take a few more cuttings of these bits and pieces and stick them to one side. I've already got a couple in a small pot that look like they've at least taken. They haven't wilted yet. And around here I also need to take out Bianca's succulents and a couple of the rosemary cuttings that I took from Mum's plant. There's actually a few down in here. There's another one. So they're going to have to come out today, and I'll baby them along in a small pouch underneath the back deck. And then yeah, once these two beds are done, we're pretty much all right to pull out the grow bed and the sump tank and all that. And then I need to work out a way or a place to dry out all this stuff. I think I might just dump this on a length of shade cloth just on the ground out the back, and it should dry out pretty quickly. I also do need to remove the gudgeons from the sump and set them up in a small little fish tank that I want to put on my work table upstairs. So yeah, that's pretty much all the plan. Oh, I also do have some Brazilian spinach sections with roots on them already aside. I also need to take some more Okinawan spinach, I think. I do have both the Hoa Nok and the Okinawan spinach in root pouches over here. But yeah, they're not looking, oh actually they're looking a little bit better than the ones in the Aquaponics. But all this stuff here will get a feed with that muck from the base of the grow bed, so hopefully that'll help feed them up a bit. Well, my good phone just shut down because it's too hot, so I'll quickly finish up. I have left a stories, YouTube stories. It's like the Instagram little 15-second thing that is up the top. You'll find it on your YouTube homepage. In that story, I've just asked folks to leave a question down below it in the comment section, and I'll answer the top 5s in a clip later on in the week. I do have a consultation on Saturday I need to go to in the morning, then a family do in the afternoon. So fingers crossed I'll have some time to edit it and post it on Sunday or maybe early Monday our time. So yeah, pop over there on your YouTube homepage if you want to ask the question and get it posted in the clip. So I'll post a little bit of an update later on today or tomorrow morning. I'm just showing you how far I got with this stuff here. And hopefully by next weekend we'll have a working aquaponics system up underneath the deck. But I'll leave it there. I do hope you're all well and happy, folks, and I'll catch you later. Cheers. Just one more thing quickly before I let you go, folks. I do have a sale on the root pouches for you folks in Australia. If you want to check that out, there's 20% until stocks are gone. So there will be a link down in the description for that, and probably pop up here at the end as well. And on the same page, you folks in America, you can click on a link that'll take you to my Amazon's Associates store, where you can purchase root pouches and other stuff off there if you want to support the channel that way. So once again, thank you very much for coming along, folks. I do hope you enjoyed the clip, and I will catch you hopefully next week. Cheers all.